Hello everyone. Today is um Wednesday, November 9th, 2022 at 6:38 a.m. So, I probably should have dressed warmer, but I figure it's going to get warmer today. So, it's supposedly about 57 degrees and I got on shorts from the day before yesterday. But I'm trying to stretch my clothes, and I guess I'll go take a shower tomorrow. And I guess I'll take my shower tomorrow, and then I don't know, today or tomorrow, but I figure if I go tomorrow and take a shower, and then I can have my clothes will be, my clothes will be I can have some pants and stuff. I didn't get around to buying a few extra pairs of sweatpants like I need to. I don't know if they cost $10 at fake Walmart. With inflation, they probably cost 12 or 14. I don't know. But I was trying to get me some sweatpants for the winter also. And I guess I can say that I'm finally done with trying to recuperate or trying to get back what I lost from Trisha's house. Not everything, but I guess whatever I'm satisfied with. So that was hundreds of dollars worth of stuff, and if I weren't sleep deprived, if I was not sleep deprived, I probably could have gone and put all that stuff in my storage unit before going to her house. And plus, she manipulated me into thinking that I was going to get to stay long term and that things were going to be successful, that she was going to help me get a job and help me eventually get back on my feet and get my own place. And other people were like, well, go ahead and take it, go ahead and take on her opportunity. It might be a stepping stone. So, I really hate living with people, and she's part of the reason why. So, it's like, I don't know why Professor Target would suggest, oh, you should go live with people, or, when there's a chance that person might be a perp. And when that person is a perp, you have to leave. You can't stay living with the perp. If there's that psychopathic and dangerous, you could lose your life. So, being targeted or being a victim of narcissistic abuse, if you die in the hands of a narcissistic abuser or perp or psychopath or whatever, if you die in their hands, then they will spin the story to make themselves look like the victim and you the perpetrator, or they'll make it like as if you did something that asinine and dumb, that they'll spin the story that they'll make it like you deserve your death and that nobody feels any empathy, sympathy, or pity for you. Just like Aaron Carter had just recently died. Some people who know the truth, they said that guy was murdered. And like he drowned in a bathtub or whatever, like Whitney Houston and her daughter. And I heard that his sister Leslie Carter, I think I heard they were twins. And Leslie Carter, they said she died in the bathtub. I don't remember how long ago, but I remember hearing about her death. So and that's what they'll say. Aaron was on drugs. Even if he was on drugs, they'll try to use that, and that's the one of the vehicles that was harassing me back and forth yesterday. That the white Volkswagen Tiguan. So what time did I say? I think it was. I did say it was 6:48. I'm sorry, 6:38. So it's now 6:43 right now. Yeah, I said it was 6:38 when I started the video. So all I need was to try to get the extra pair. Extra few pairs of sweatpants. Come on, man. So when the gang stalkers, when they feel like they're not getting any satisfaction out of me, that's when they want to try to force me to give them my attention. And then yet they falsely accuse me of being attention seeking. But anyway, back to what I was trying to say. It's like, see an increase of cars once I start this video. So yeah, they were falsely just because a person was doing drugs when they were alive does not always necessarily mean that they died doing drugs. You know, so and then they'll falsely spin it that, oh, this person died because of drugs because during the autopsy drugs was found in their system, and they could be lying about the autopsy. They could be lying about the autopsy. You know, that's like, for example, you know, Aaliyah dying in a plane crash, but they blamed her. But they said that they found cocaine in the pilot system. But what if they would have spent it on, if they would have spent the narrative to falsely make like, well, Aaliyah had drugs in her system when she died, so therefore we're going to list this as her real reason for dying. But that didn't happen though. That I'm just using for an example. Or say if somebody hit you upside with a baseball bat and knocked you unconscious, and then you and then you fell, like, and say, for example, if you fall and hit your head against something sharp and hard, and then you die because of that, and then they find drugs in they won't try to make like drugs is the reason you died, and then they'll spin that narrative, and you don't find the truth until like 20 years later. So I heard that they did drug Aaliyah up and force her to get on a plane. She didn't even like small airplanes. So they drugged her up. They said she had a bad headache or something. They drugged her up, and they also lied to her and manipulated her and stuff like that to try to pretend that they're rushing her to get down there. They said her uncle Barry Hankerson had took out a life insurance policy on her 4 days before the plane crash. That's diabolical. And then you hear about Kim Porter. I've been researching about Kim Porter and Albie Shore and Diddy a lot lately, and they've been trending a lot lately. Albie Shore just got out of a 2-month coma and got out of the hospital, and also Christopher Williams. They say that's his cousin, and I think they say he was in a coma or had something happen to him. Maybe within the past couple of years. So as I said, Kim Porter was a targeted individual. Aaliyah was a targeted individual. Come on, stop. The fake modified satanic vehicles. And look at this plane trying to fly over me. So, I don't know if y'all can see it. that's in the sky, you know. So and so when Al be sure, oh wow, I'm trying to the fact that I'm trying to get to the meat of the truth, they want to get noisier and noisier, more intrusive. See, if I weren't telling any truth, they wouldn't be having these disruptions. I meant to say, if I was lying, I wouldn't be having these people trying to use noise or whatever to disrupt me. Noise and fake high, over exaggerated fake high, manufactured high traffic. So back in 2012, 13, 14, somewhere around there, I'll be sure he warned everybody and said, if anything happened to me, then Diddy has something to do with it. And this was a few years before Kim Porter died or was murdered. And so people were like, ain't nobody checking for Al B. Sure? He's a has-been. He's a washed up has-been. Don't nobody care about him? Oh, he's crazy. He's delusional. So he spoke the truth about Kim Porter being murdered, and then Diddy tried to take him out. Sean Diddy Combs, used to call him Puff Daddy or Puffy back in the 90s, who set Biggie up to get killed, Notorious B.I.G. So I heard that till this day, Diddy is still living deliciously and illegally off of Biggie's death. So the fact that people used to consider Al B. Sure a heartthrob. Women used to be weak over him and melt over him. Now all of a sudden he's speaking the truth and nobody cares about him. They want to say he's crazy now. So now they want to say he's crazy, and so I heard that Diddy had him being gang stalked and under 24-hour surveillance, and basically he ain't got no freedom, and Diddy stole his wife and his son away from him and brainwashed his son away from him, and then try to falsely spin the false narrative that Al B. Sure was a deadbeat father, in which Diddy probably threatened or probably bullied him away from his own child and wife, Kim Porter. And people say, well, if Kim Porter would have stayed with Al B. Sure, then then she probably could have still been alive today. But Diddy probably would have took both of them out at the same time or something like that. Michael Jackson was targeted as well. Come on, stop. So yeah, I'm just rambling on. I heard that the singer Jaheim was talking about gang stalking as well. So a lot of these celebrities either participated in gang stalking or being gang stalked. And I heard that whore Beyonce's drummer had been a targeted individual as well. So, whore Beyonce, I heard she's a gang stalker. And Janet Jackson, I heard she's a gang stalker as well. And I'm like, well, damn, people be like, why, what, if a person, they making millions or they have a busy life, what time do they have to stalk you? Well, ask the ones doing the stalking. Because I don't remember who it was or what situation it is. I heard somebody say that Janet Jackson that she was stalking somebody. And Michael Jackson was being gang stalked. And I heard that sicko R. Kelly had quite a few people being gang stalked. And that he got that power to get you, So they might even have a situation where, say for example, with the Whitney Houston situation, I heard that her sister-in-law, Bobby Brown's sister, Leola Brown, I think I heard she's a targeted individual too, and they call her crazy. And she's been vocal and outspoken with speaking the truth, defending and going to bat for Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina. So they try to use her past or dig up her past as a weapon against her to try to make her be quiet. But or think they can try to make her be quiet, but she's strong and fearless, and she ain't backing down either. So she said that Whitney Houston got jumped before she got murdered. So now, what if they got caught and got held accountable for killing Whitney Houston? Then, if they got caught and held accountable, then they probably will spin the narrative lying and saying, well, she hit us, she threw stuff at us first. Or, she's a crackhead, so yeah, she did this and did that to us first. Or she hit us first or something like that, So, so a lot of these celebrities either being sex trafficked or participating in the sex trafficking. Like Black China, who was with Rob Kardashian. I heard that Black China, there was a video that we saw of Black China trying to sex traffic a female. And then what they did, they blamed the female. Victim blaming. I heard stories about Missy Elliott sex trafficking girls in Brazil with a diamond-studded strap on. And then, underage girls, and said, take it like a woman, you could always be replaced. That's what the blogs say, So, I heard about Oprah and Alicia Keys and all them, like the Secret Life of Bees movie or something. I think that was that movie. They would have. I heard that Oprah and them were rape and torture girls and underage girls in Africa. Well, I didn't even realize I was going to get on this tangent. So, and certain blogs they don't even have anymore. So, Sandra Rose and Straight from the A and Nicole Bitchy, you don't really see those blogs anymore, So, they don't have Nicole Bitchy anymore. But I remember I used to read in the comments and stuff like that, But people try to say, never believe gossip. Or they used to have, they still do have Diary of a Hollywood Street King. Those websites, talk. And then now they have YouTubers doing the same thing, and they get paid, and that's considered work for them. Storm Monroe and Tasha K and Unwind with Tasha K and Storm Monroe, Armand Wiggins and Sean Davy Way and Gossip Girl XOXO, which is by the way is a transgender. But think that sounds like an authentic woman. So and also Chestnut Checkers TV, Sweet Tea TV, and Impressive TV. They got their channels monetized and they get paid to gossip about celebrities. Or bring news about celebrities. I hate trucks like that. So and they have fake ass lipstick alley. So and of course DJ Vlad TV, and also TMZ. Wow, they're getting louder and louder the more I'm trying to get the truth, speak the truth about this stuff, you know. So damn, shut up. So but anyway, I listened to the Bible last night, a few chapters, maybe like 3 chapters, and then listened to some of my Christian songs and stuff. And I, you know what? I probably think I got less than 4 hours of sleep, and it was stuffy and hot last night, and now this morning it's cold. But you see, the sun is trying to come out, and now it's starting to try to warm back up again. Like yesterday morning, I felt like I was cold, and then about 30 minutes later, I needed to take my hoodie back off. So it's 7 o'clock. So I'm just doing this video to try to pass the time. It is warming up a little bit too. I'm doing this video to try to pass the time and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I might just try to have my day today somewhat similar to what I did yesterday. So, yes, I mean, so, I mean, excuse me. So yeah, that was what they were doing yesterday when I was in that room, doing my videos. They were freaking radiating my nose and hitting my nose with. Come on, stop. They were hitting my nose with the directed energy weapons. They were radiating my nose and hitting my nose with the directed energy weapons. Because they will make it itch right here, itch right here, itch right here. That you can tell a human is remotely picking certain random spots to target and attack my nose yesterday. That was the first time. That was weird. But I think they did vibrate me. Yes, they did, because I tweeted on it. I tweeted about it on Twitter that last night, it was just after midnight, like 12:03 a.m. in this morning, that they tortured me. They vibrated my body. Excuse me. So yesterday I had 4 thumbs up on a video that I did about gang stalking simulation. Then 2 people got hateful, and they fraudulently and illegally. Come on, man. See, another fake modified vehicle. They fraudulently and illegally. See, this is perp. Come on, stop. They fraudulently and illegally removed 2 like 1 thumbs up, and then when I said something about it, then they removed another thumbs up. So See, they're using this noise, fake construction and noise harassment to silence me because it was very quiet before. And so, if I'm considered a menace to Pensacola, I'm pretty sure I would be the same kind of menace in Cincinnati, Ohio, or Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or you know, Kansas City, Kansas. So why you want me out of Pensacola? So I mean, the fact that you're bullying and harassing me and attacking my mental health. And like, if you see somebody who you falsely say that is crazy, then why do you keep antagonizing and provoking them? I mean, why do you keep bullying, antagonizing, and provoking someone who you falsely believe is a mental patient? See, they're vibrating me right here. See, I can localize and point out the exact spot where they're doing it. Right here. I don't need to lie about that. But somebody to try to cancel you and believe nothing you say, and you think that you have the godlike power to have that determination to say, what is so and what is not, So, I think it's Saturday night that the weather's supposed to be cold for a few days. So before I end this video, I have the links in the description box of ways you can help me. And ways you can support me. And also, it's a two-way street. I'm trying to help y'all with some important information for the truth, and I'm not charging for the truth or nothing like that. But, I'm just trying to ask, if y'all could, like help me out with, make a living from my short stories or anything like that. And then the online perps, they have specifically said that Candy does not deserve any money from short stories, from her crappy 8-year-old short stories. That she writes like an 8-year-old. She writes like a third grader. So they're apparently, they have a roof over their head, and they slept well last night, and they ate well too. But I was forced to freaking miss dinner because online narcissistic perps want to falsely accuse me of being greedy and not starving. And it was about 11:30. I felt hungry last night. So they want to try to police and control my meals, even though I have them blocked. But it's not their business what they're doing. I mean, my life is not their business. Now, the online perp, I do not know who that is, made, and then they try to say more videos to come or to be continued, falsely accusing me of being a menace to Pensacola. And so they did a fake compilation of me looking, quote unquote, pathetic with begging and panhandling. And all those people who were rude to me, they were obvious perps. And a lot of them were wearing red, perping with the red. But sometimes you try to give people the benefit of the doubt if they wear the color red. And then if you try to tell yourself not everybody that's wearing red is a perp, but a lot of them are, but their actions go right along with it, then you feel like you got your final confirmation that they're a perp. Fake retarded Trisha, she drives fraudulently and illegally drives a red car. But she wanted me to give her the benefit of the doubt, and she definitely was a fucking perp. So, So, I mean, so she definitely was a perp. And, I mean, is a perp, you know. So, and then that other perp, it's not, that seemed like the telephone scatologia perp, but I don't know who that was that hid his face and made a fake parody about my suffering. And then they get lots of thumbs up and likes and fake support against me. Like, they're that powerful with the smear campaigns that they make even other professed targets to try to avoid me and stay away from me. But, you know, if a person is, you know, out of desperation and frustration, you know, trying to fight to battle to survive, and nobody's trying to give me a job or hire me, and then they falsely say Candy does not want to work, she pretends to be workplace mob. No, because you are a guilty perp. See, somebody like he's wearing sunglasses. Somebody like him seemed like the type of person who would be like a narcissistic perp. So I need help to get out of the cold weather, and I don't want this to split into another video. So I'll see y'all in a few minutes.